Have you ever wondered what would happen if all of humanity united for a single, colossal project? Like every single person on Earth, all working together. It sounds like a utopia, right? A recipe for greatness. Well, once upon a time, it happened. And it almost led to our self-destruction. This is the story of a time, long after the Great Flood, when all of humanity spoke a single language. Everyone understood everyone else perfectly. They were united, a single global community, and they settled in a plain in the land of Shinar. And there, they got an idea, a very, very big idea. Let's make bricks and bake them thoroughly, they said to each other. Come, let us build ourselves a city, with a tower that reaches to the heavens, so that we may make a name for ourselves and not be scattered over the face of the whole earth. Now, stop and think about that. They didn't say, let's build a tower to honor God or to get closer to the divine. No. They said, let us make a name for ourselves. This wasn't about worship, it was about ambition. It was about human pride, the desire to be their own gods, to control their own destiny, to build a monument to their own glory so massive that even the heavens would have to take notice. Their ambition was fueled by pride, a deep-seated fear of being scattered and forgotten. They wanted to seize their own immortality. So they began. Brick by brick, this monument to human ego began to rise from the plains, a testament to their unity, their skill, their sheer force of will. It was the greatest architectural and engineering feat the world had ever seen. And as it climbed higher and higher, it seemed like nothing could stop them. They were on the verge of touching the sky. But then, the story takes a turn. God came down to see the city and the tower the people were building. And he saw their unity, their shared language, and their boundless ambition. He saw that this was just the beginning. If they could achieve this, what would they be unable to do next? Their pride, if left unchecked, would lead them to believe they needed nothing and no one but themselves. But God's response wasn't what you might expect. He didn't send a flood or fire and brimstone. He didn't unleash a plague or strike the tower with lightning. No, his intervention was far more subtle and far more profound. He simply confused their language. Suddenly, the man laying bricks couldn't understand the one mixing the mortar. The architect's plans became gibberish to the foreman. The hammer sounded like the sky is falling. Unity dissolved into chaos. Cooperation turned into suspicion and frustration. The noise of construction was replaced by a cacophony of confused, angry voices. The project ground to a halt. Think about the power in that. God showed that the strongest human unity, the most impressive collaboration, is fragile. It collapses the moment he withdraws his grace, the moment our shared understanding is taken away. The very thing that made them strong, their one language, became the instrument of their division. Unable to work together, unable to even speak to one another, they abandoned their great tower. They scattered across the face of the earth, just as they had feared, forming new tribes and new nations, each with their own language. And the tower, left unfinished, became known as the Tower of Babel, from the Hebrew word balal, meaning to confuse. It stood there on the plain not as a monument to human greatness, but as a colossal, crumbling reminder. A warning. It teaches us that true greatness, true legacy, doesn't come from self-glory. It doesn't come from building things to make a name for ourselves. Anything built on the foundation of human pride, without a connection to a higher purpose, will eventually fall. It will turn to dust. But anything built with humility, in service and in obedience to a purpose greater than ourselves, that is what will last for eternity. The unfinished tower is a silent, powerful sermon. Don't try to build your own way to heaven. Instead, build your life on a foundation that heaven has already provided.